Hello there, and welcome to my tying bench once again. In today's tutorial I'm going to tie you up a streamer pattern. It's the ever popular zonker streamer. This guy's a little bit different because instead of using the hackle up front, I'm using the fur off the zonker strip as well for the collar. And it has a crystal chennille body. And I use some silver wire for the rib. And you can tie this guy in a variety of colors. You just change your zonker strips and your color of your body and mix it up a little. And this particular one is the chinchilla color zonker strip. And I thought you might like to see one of these tied up, so I'll get this guy the vise, a fresh hook in, and I'll get started here. And the hook I'm using is a Mustad 9671, and I'm tying this guy on a size 4 here. So we'll get that locked in the vise. And for thread I'm using Danville's 3/0 wax monocord. It's a little heavier thread in gray. But the first thing I'll do, I weight these guys, so I got some 0.15 lead wire here. And I'm probably going to put about 15 to 20 wraps on them here, quite a bit of lead here. So we'll get that on the shank. Okay, just bring that around here. Okay. And go the opposite way here, a few wraps. Alrighty. Now, I'll squeeze those wraps together, and I want to position it in about the middle of the shank, like so. Okay, now I'll start my thread here behind that lead. A few wraps, then on top. Then we'll jump in front, build a little dam, then we'll come back once again, then forward, and then back one more time. And I'll snip off the tag end. Okay, and we'll come back to just in front of the barb here. Now, I'm going to tie in my rib for here next, and it's UTC brassie in silver. I'll tie that on the far side here, just behind the lid. Secure that in with several good snug wraps. Okay, just make sure that's in there good and solid. Alrighty. Next we'll tie in our chennille, and I'm using crystal chennille in the rootbeer color for this particular fly. So we'll tie that guy in here, maybe on the lid as well. And wrap that down nice and snug, and proceed forward with the thread here. And we want to leave a couple eye lengths here because we got to tie off our rabbit strip and also wrap our collar, so you want to make sure you leave enough space here for those materials. Alrighty, now before I wrap the body here, first I'm going to do a half hitch. And I'm going to take a little bit of head cement, just put a bead along the shank there. Okay, just like so. Now I'm going to bring my bobbin cradle over, and we'll wrap this body up on this guy here. Okay, just keep good tension on that as you're wrapping, nice and snug. Okay, just get this little wires in my way here a little, there we go. Alrighty. Okay, nice close wraps. And we'll proceed forward. Alright, now I'll tie that guy off. I'll move this out of the way. Come up underneath here. Couple wraps in front, behind, and in front again to lock it in place. And we'll snip off that excess chennille. Alright, a few more securing wraps there in front. So there's our body. Now, next thing is our rabbit strip, and I have a strip cut here. And the key to these here zonkers is you don't want to get your strip too far back because you'll get a lot of short strikes that way, so I don't want it going too far back. So I'm going to peel that, some more of that off there so I can tie this in. Alright, so we'll tie that in right on top, pinch it on. just like so. Make sure it's on there nice and straight. Okay, that looks good there. Now I'll come in and snip off that excess there. And I'm going to make a few more wraps there. Alrighty, now what you do next is take your wire in the back that we tied in here. And I just wet my fingers, helps to pull that rabbit fur back. And we're going to rib this fly. We're going to go through the hair as we do, and I'm going to take that first wrap at the back. Make sure I got it the way I want it there, right on top. I'm just checking it, looks good. Alright, then we'll just proceed through the hair and make probably 3 to 4 wraps here. Now I'll come up, move that hair out of the way again, get another wrap through, just like so. One more time here. Okay, that looks good there. And I'll come up around and we'll tie that wire off, just like so here. And I'm going to wrap back on that wire and lock it in there so it can't pull out, because if that pulled out, that your whole wing would loosen up, so I always lock that in good. Okay, now I'm just going to helicopter that wire off. And now, next step that I'll do is I'm going to make a little loop here, like a dubbing loop, and we're going to make the loop here, lock it in place. Alrighty, now I have some fur off the same rabbit strip, and I have it in my material clip here, and I'm going to place that in the loop. Okay, well, first I'm getting ahead of myself. I got to place my dubbing spinner on the loop. Okay, now I'll put that in there, slide it up in, release the clip. Now I'm going to spread that out a little bit more here, just like so, just to make sure I got enough to do my collar. Then I want to push those ends in a little bit closer to the thread, just like so. Okay, just a little bit. Now we'll spin this guy up here. So I'll give my twister a spin, and I'll probably spin it up 2 or 3 times to get it to where I want it. Okay, a couple more spins. Now what I'll do is take my little Velcro brush here and just brush that out. Leave fibers out, loose ones that never spun up. Now I'm going to give it one more twist here. Alrighty, that should be fine. Okay, now we'll proceed to wrap this collar. So we'll come around, and as I'm wrapping this fur, I like to just wet my fingers and stroke it back as I'm going here. Just find it goes on a little easier that way. Okay, and we'll just wrap it forward. Okay, and if you have a little too much, don't worry, you can just still tie it off when you feel you have enough on there. Okay, so I'm going to come up around, tie this guy off. Okay, just like so here. Okay, now I'll just snip him out of there nice and close. Okay, now what I'll do is just, I'm going to wrap back on it a little bit, lock it in place. And I'm just going to take my little Velcro brush and go around and make sure I get any trap fibers out that got trapped there when I was wrapping the collar. Looks pretty good to me. Alrighty. Okay, folks. that's all there is to this particular zonker pattern. So one last step to do is our whip finish. So I'll come in here and just going to build that head back a little ways yet. Alrighty, time for a whip finish. And I'll get 4 or 5 turns on this guy here. Alrighty. Okay. I'll come in and snip that out. Okay. And one last step is a little bit of solar res on the thread wraps there. Give that a nice coating. Alrighty. Now I'll just cure that guy up with the light here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now I see I think I got the wing just a tad bit too long, so what I'm going to do is just take him with the vise here for a sec and snip that tail just a little bit shorter. There we go, that's better. Alrighty. So there we have it, folks, another size 4 chinchilla rabbit strip zonker. Chinchilla zonker. And like I was saying, you can tie this guy in a lot of different colors and color combinations. It's a very effective streamer. Lots of action in the water. I'll see if I can get a close up here for you without it getting too out of whack here on me. Okay, that's still in focus there, yeah. So anyway, I want to thank you all so much for watching again. And I hope you'll give this guy a try and add a few to your box. Definitely a worthwhile fly to have in your fly box. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. And so long for now, folks.